Guys, we have massive things to talk about today. There is one massive Bitcoin whale who has accumulated more than $3 billion worth of Bitcoin during the last 3 months. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly who that is. I am also going to talk about why we are at a very critical point right now. And if we go down below this yellow line, that could spell disaster for the entire crypto space. Guys, a lot of things to talk about. Make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And let's look at Bitcoin first here. And what you can see for Bitcoin is that yesterday we did have a little bit of a drop. Actually, we did come down and retest this level basically at $25,283, which is right at the red line here. We did come down, not exactly to it, but we went down, and the reason why we went down yesterday is actually due to a news event, which I'm going to talk about in this video as well. But we went down immediately thereafter. Basically, we did have a pump to the upside. Now, the effect of this actually meant that my trading strategies did pretty well. You can see the Ethereum bot here, the Ethereum cycle bot going up 7%, and then you have 3% across the board, 4% here. And this is what the same effect would have been during this drop had I not been liquidated. But anyway, let's not dwell on the past. It's just always like a nail in the eye, knowing that we could have made so much money, or I could have made so much money if I just paid more attention. Anyway, Bitcoin did put a higher low here, which is actually good, but overall, you're just seeing consolidation, and there's massive events coming up, which is definitely going to affect the Bitcoin price. So even though you can look at the chart right now, this is going to be very, very different in just a few days. I will explain why. For traditional markets, we have gone up as well. So traditional markets are starting to have a little bit of an uptrend here potentially after having this very prolonged downtrend, to be honest. From the 27th of July, we've been going down. Let's see if we can break through this. At least we have taken out the previous low here. So we've been breaking the trend of making lower lows and lower highs. So we're breaking that at least, so that is a good sign. Let's see if this can continue. Now, who is the massive whale who has been accumulating over $3 billion during the last 3 months? It's been speculated that it is Fidelity. It's been speculated that it is BlackRock. But this is actually Gemini, which is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. And they have just been transferring their Bitcoin from one wallet to another. So they hold over $3 billion worth of Bitcoin. They are the third largest publicly known wallet, at least from exchanges, which is behind Binance Cold Wallet and the Bitfinex Cold Wallet. So there you have it. So the big mystery about who has been accumulating $3 billion, now we have the answer. Now, something very important to pay attention to. Look at BNB. Now, BNB is sitting on a very, very critical point here, because you can see that if we fall down from this level at 206, we have the next support basically at $43. So that would be a 75% drop even from where we are at right now. Now, Binance are, let's be honest and let's be real here. Binance are doing everything in their power to protect the BNB price from dropping down from this level, because they know that if we start dropping from this level, if we lose this support level, that is going to signal to the market that we are going to go lower, which will cause a cascading effect of people selling, pushing down the price, which could spell disaster for BNB and for Binance potentially, because there's speculation right now that Binance are actually using BNB as collateral for massive loans, and that they are doing something similar to what Celsius was doing, to what FTX was doing, having FTT as collateral, having Cell as collateral. And if they have that as collateral, of course, they need to maintain the price higher. So this is the big danger right now. If this continues to drop, we do not know what effects that is going to have on the market. But one thing we do know is that Binance are going to do everything in their power to protect the Binance BNB coin price from falling down below this level. And yesterday we actually did have, and this is the reason why Bitcoin dropped down like this. Yesterday the entire crypto market saw a big downturn, except for BNB. Actually, BNB didn't do that bad. Still holding up here at the yellow line. But we did see a report come out yesterday, I covered this on Twitter as well, that Binance are violating sanctions. And this was the article by the Wall Street Journal. Binance allegedly maintains ties with blacklisted Russian banks, and that they are basically selling, incredible amounts of money to these Russian blacklisted entities, namely $428 million a month in rubles on the peer-to-peer exchange, which is pretty good, by the way, and then $8 billion on the regular exchange. Now, Adam Cochran claims that this is actually potentially worse than the Department of Justice lawsuit that may or may not come out. Can you imagine the sheer level of chaos if Binance is hit with OFAC violations? Like, how do they deal with that seizure? If they blacklist the hot wallet, then your deposits are effed. Would be way worse than any regular Department of Justice action. So how bad can it get if they're actually hit with not only the Department of Justice, which we've been worrying about so far, but also OFAC violations? Well, it seems like the FUD is never ending. Whenever you think that you've worked out most of it, there's more coming every day. And apart from that, there's also the situation with the BNB exploiter having a massive loan on Venus. Now, Venus, let me give you the breakdown. Venus is a lending protocol on the BNB chain. A while ago, there was a massive hacker who hacked a BNB bridge, and they got access to, I think, $200 million worth of BNB. Now, they put all of that money into Venus protocol, and they borrowed stable coins, and they basically got out. So they took the stable coins, and the BNB is now left. The problem is that the lower we go for BNB, the closer this hacker gets to the liquidation price. Of course, he doesn't care. He took the stable coin and he left. But the problem is that if the liquidation happens for a BNB, then that is going to cause a cascade with BNB falling down, because $200 million worth of BNB will be liquidated basically. So how did Binance solve this problem? Because of course they do not want BNB to drop because they are potentially using that as collateral, as I discussed previously. So if they're using BNB as collateral themselves, they want BNB price to be high. So how do they solve this situation? Well, they made a deal with Venus protocol that they can take on the actual loan themselves. So but basically, Binance have now taken on the loan, and that is also a problem because remember, all of these things are supposed to be decentralized. It's supposed to be on-chain, but them striking a deal with this lending protocol, taking over the loan, that goes against it being decentralized. So this is also potentially something that is going to bite Binance further down the line. That they actually, the BNB chain is actually not decentralized because Binance can just step in, and if they feel that it is convenient, they can just do whatever they like. So they have taken over the loan here, and they are paying off the debt. So they have taken over the loan and making sure that the BNB situation is not going to escalate and not going to get mass liquidated, causing the price to drop like a rock. And the response from CZ to this is, it took me a while to understand. So you are worried about a $30 to $120 million rebuy of BNB. So he's calling it a rebuy, that they took over the loan and are paying off the debt. So of course we know that Binance has a lot of money, but it's more the symbolic thing of this not being decentralized, which is a bit worrying to say the least. Now, remember, BNB is at a critical point. We are right now on this massive edge, and if we do not see us have support here, and if we do not see us hold this, well, from a technical standpoint, next level of support is at $43. And this is not FUD, this is just the charts. I'm showing you this. And what is that going to mean for Binance if this goes down, if they're using it as collateral? I would not keep too much money. In fact, I withdrew most of my money from Binance already, just as a precaution, because what is the upside for me? The upside for me is to keep having my money on Binance if nothing goes wrong. If anything were to go wrong, I'm not saying anything is, but if something were to go wrong, I will be very happy that I withdrew my money. So that is what I am doing. Of course, I am using OKX myself mainly, And yeah, if you want to use these trading strategies, if you want to get an OKX account, if you want to use another exchange instead of Binance, make sure to check out the link in the description. Here you have it, $30,000 in deposit bonuses by clicking on this link right here. Click join now, and then with one click you can also set up my bots if you want to use them. So far so good. Let's see where this is going to go. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.